The Smothers Brothers in the 1960s were the only entertainers that got onto prime time. They went after an entirely new generation of viewers and actually tried to say something. And they eventually got thrown off the air for what they tried to say, and nobody's really tried to say it as strongly since. So it was a key moment in TV history.
I think President Johnson should come up with something positive as an inducement to keep the people here. Something very positive. And
yeah, that's right.
As an inducement to keep the people.
That's good thinking. But look at what can the president do to make people want to stay in this country?
Well, he could quit.
They really became not just showbiz performers and comedians, but the voice of a new generation when they got to TV with their variety show. And before that first season was up, they were saying and doing some pretty daring things, and they were bringing on new acts like Buffalo Springfield, and they brought on The Who. They were really doing something different and important. In the third season, when they came on with mustaches, just having facial hair upset a lot of the country. It was such a conservative time and such a polarizing time. The fights between Tommy Smothers and CBS were about just about everything. They actually gave him creative control without defining what creative control meant. So he thought that meant creative control. CBS had other ideas. So almost anything that he wanted to do turned out to be a fight.
We've done good things on this show. We have done some great things, but you haven't seen them because of the censor.
If you think of what happened, what's the legacy of the Smothers Brothers, the best place you can go to is cable and late night. Saturday Night Live is doing what the Smothers Brothers were doing. Jon Stewart is doing what the Smothers Brothers were doing. Stephen Colbert, when he ran for president very briefly, was doing what Pat Paulson on the Smothers Brothers was doing.
If you figure the number of enemy casualties and the amount we're spending on the war, you discover that it's costing an average of $600,000 for every Viet Cong. I say we can buy them off cheaper than that.
What I want people to take away from the book, number one, is an appreciation of what the Smothers did then and how important they were for television. And then as a TV critic, I would hope there would be an appreciation for the artistry in that show. There was an awful lot of pop art and envelope pushing and daring things in this mid-60s variety show that in television terms still strikes me as very impressive.
Beeping sensors lurking in the wing. CBS would like to give us notice, and some of you don't like the things we say, but we're still here. He's still there and so am I. You may not think we're funny, but we're still here.